Hi everyone, today we are on day 16 of our lovely advent page from Rita Berman's beautiful book. Now we have a gingerbread house again. We did one on day 2, I will just show you. So this one we need to make a little bit different, so that's going to be fun. I haven't really thought about or planned what I'm going to do because that's what I'm like, so we shall just get on and see what happens. I'm going to start with this edging because I know what I want to do with that, and then we're going to just move on from there. I'm going to be using my Polychromos as I have throughout this page. I just felt it was easier to stick to the same brand throughout. This is a tiny little red. It says red on it, but we can't make out what else it is. It is deep Scarlet Red, okay? And we're going to do this edging as if it's a sort of candy cane type feel, so red and white. I should start with this very top one. It's a little bit, I want to leave some white in the middle, but it's a bit tricky on that one to work out where. So what I'm doing, you've probably seen me do this before, is put some red on each side and then reduce towards the centre but leave a shiny gap. Because it's a sort of boiled candy, isn't it? So it's shiny usually. Like that. Now on this side I want it to end with a red one like it did there, so it matches. So I'm going to start at the bottom, because I don't know, they're different thicknesses I think, so we're not sure what's going to happen at the top. Okay, there we go. So there's our red. Now the white, we want it to look slightly shiny. How do we do that? Well, we use a grey. We use a very light grey. I'm just seeing what I've got here. I want cold grey 1. Okay, I might not show up too much, and I want to do the same with the grey as I did with the red. Now it's really light and subtle. You might want to use a slightly darker one, but I think this is going to work for me anyway. Like that. So there is our candy cane. If we could make the grey too dark, it looks dirty, so we have to be careful. Now, we have our sort of walking cane fence here, but I've decided I don't think I'm going to do them like candy canes. I thought I might do them like they're chocolate, just for fun, why not? Now in my Polychromos, I think this burnt umber, you won't be able to see, is quite a chocolatey looking colour. So I'm just going to colour them in. I want a solid colour for these. And you'll see I'm going to add a little bit of shine on them with a white pen. So I think chocolate can often be a little bit shiny, not hugely shiny, not like a sort of boiled candy or sweet, but you know, if it's tempered well and it's nice, it's got a bit of a shine, or if it's melting. So we'll just do it like that. We could have added stripes on and made it look like candy canes, because it's right next to this one. I thought we would make it a little bit different. Now I'm thinking, can I carry on this colour elsewhere? Maybe. I haven't quite decided yet. So I'm just going to fill in those little gaps. And I'll show you the white, or else I'm going to forget. So I'm going to use my fine, oh, sorry, I hit the tripod. My fine Gellyroll, which is 05, and seemed to be quite far away. When I zoomed in too far, it looked a bit blurred. And add a few little lines to look like shine on there. Hopefully that works. It looks a bit blurred. Does that look worse? I think that's okay. It's it depends what you got in the middle of the shot. So this bit is that bit's more blurred than that bit. I don't know how to fix that on the camera. I think it keeps the centre bit more in focus than the rest, so it's tricky. I'm still learning how to use it. Now we have the main sort of gingerbread bit. Can't really do that hugely different to the other one because it is gingerbread after all. I seem to remember I did a mixture of browns and yellows. I think I'll start with a yellow base. I'm going to use the light yellow ochre. Oh, actually, again, you may not be able to see. And just do a colour all round. Now again, we have the difficulty with this icing because it's going to be white. Would normally be white, and we've got a white background. So leaving it white is not an option. So I need to think about what I'm going to do with that. These dots are going to be white, but I'm going to colour over them and then do them in white pen. If you don't have a white pen, you want to leave them white, then don't colour over them, just leave them white. But it's a lot easier to get a nice even colour if you colour over those details, because they're quite small. So we'll see how we go. Now again, the number 16 I'm not going to highlight in any way. Again, it's completely up to you if you want to do that or not. So, oops, I have to just move myself to fit down here. Hit my arm on the tripod. Okay, it's a bit squiffy, this one, but it is at an angle on the page. I can turn it around for you, but then our doll goes squiffy. Don't know if that's better for you or not. But anyway, there we go. I'm quite liking that colour without adding any brown. I'm just layering it up a little bit because I'm thinking it could be a more lightly cooked one. And it looks different to the other one, so I think I'm going to leave it. I think if I add brown to it, it's going to look excuse me, it's going to look too much the same as the other one, so we'll leave it there at that sort of light colour. We do have, we have the chimney, which I'm going to do as well in this colour, just this bit, not the top. The top looks like an iced gem. If you're from the UK, you'll know what I mean. Bit of icing, but we'll see. I am going to do some of the chocolate brown, the burnt umber. Again, I don't think you can see. Around the door, I've decided. I think it's going to work well against this gingerbread colour. And it will be like our door frame. Now I'm actually procrastinating because I can't think of what colour to do the icing. Because I did it pink on the last one, it was really nice, but I want to do it differently, and I'm just going to have a look through my box and think, what am I going to do? Purple, no, we've got red already. I don't want green or blue. I just don't think we would want blue food. We don't really do blue food, do we? I'm wondering about red, about a shade of red. So we've got, there, let's go for a really dark red and just play with that and see what happens. So this is 225. Oops, you'll never see that. It's too teeny. 225 is dark red. Okay, and what I'm going to do here is I'm going to avoid those dots because I'm thinking they're white. Again, could go over with the gel pen. Do be warned though, with some pencils, not Polychromos, but I've noticed this happening with Arteza, with Castle Art, and with Prismacolor. When you use a white pen over the top, sometimes the colour pigment from the pencil runs into the pen. There is, I think it's Castle, there's a blue colour and it goes pink if you put white on top of it. There's some Prismas that the reds and pinks pick up. So if you want to use a white pen to do these, make sure you try it first. Unless you're using polys, I can confidently say that doesn't happen with them. Actually, all Staedtler Ergosoft, I've never had it happen. I'm going to do this quite hard, so it's really sort of dark icing because it needs to stand out from this red. So be careful. So if you're looking for a nice bright white on top, then choose your colours carefully, scribble some on a scrap piece of paper, put your white on top, wait a few minutes because it doesn't always happen immediately, and then and see what happens. And if it is working how you want, then try the next shade along, you know, and see whether it happens with that or not, because it seems a little bit random sometimes. I don't really understand why, so it's worth having a try just to be sure, because you know, if you want to get a particular effect, it's really disappointing if it doesn't work. So just have a go and try, and you can always use a different brand. There's never a need to use the same brand of pencils for one picture. I do it in my videos for partly because I think it's easier for you guys, but also because I can't keep taking changing, sort of swapping back and forth during the video. I think, you know, put a tin away and get another one out is a little bit too distracting. So I've done a little bit for the top of there. And I'm going to do around the door, and I'm going to do these really hard again like I did the icing on the top. So it's quite simple. And the handle, if I can, I might go over that in white, I haven't decided yet. And this bit, perhaps this should be green, perhaps it's a plant, but it's red now. The door, I don't want to add in too many more colours. I think it would be a little bit odd, so either green for the door just to make it look festive. I'm actually just going to use the red that I used for the sort of stripy bit. I can't remember what this was. 219. It'll be in the description anyway, deep Scarlet Red. I try to write the names of the pencils I use in the description. I realise quite a few of you find that really useful. There's lots of other info in the description of my videos. I usually write links to relevant playlists on my YouTube channel in case you want to go and look at something similar that I've done, and things like that. And there's also links to all my social media pages, but also links to where I bought all my bits and bobs. I'm just going to sweep that off now because I know sometimes people want to go and have a look at them. I usually link to Amazon. I just think that's a little bit easier for everybody. Sometimes I link to other independent sellers. It's nice to support them as well. I've grabbed a pen. I'm not sure it's what I want. The one I want's on my desk. So I want 05, the Gellyroll, and I'm going to do some shine on the icing here. So this is why I was saying about think about whether it's going to work with a white pen. This isn't really showing up. It's not because of the ink. I think this pen is probably running out. I've had it for a long time. It might, sometimes the nib clogs with wax or oil, whatever it is that they use on these pages, in the pencils I mean. So they sometimes just need to scribble. I want that to be a bit thicker. I'm actually going to abandon that pen and use a Posca for the last bit. This is my white Posca. It's a little bit thicker. This is the thinnest PC1MR, but I want to cover over that, and it can do us a nice big dot, which is what I want for this. But you can see this would have been too thick for the bit above. And I'm going to do a little bit on the door. I'm going to go back to the 05, sorry, back and forth, to do the door. And I'm going to do a little bit on each of these, if it lets me. Hang on. Oh, I'm pretty sure that's run out. Oh no. It's quite difficult when you scribble on a scrap bit of paper. The scrap bit of paper I've got next to me is white, so I'm never sure if I thought it wasn't working. We'll do that. Do we need any more? No, I think that's fine. I'm happy with that. What I am going to do is that little bit here. Or shall I leave that till next time? This is a fairly long video compared to some of the others. I'm going to zoom out because I think that's a bit blurred. Is it blurred? I don't know. It just looks blurred all the time. Let me try pressing my camera screen, see if it focuses it. No. Oh well. Well, I hope that's okay for you. Anyway, there is our number 16. As I say, I shall do that bit here because it's going to be a shorter video, I should imagine. So there we go. So thank you very much for watching and happy colouring.